Morning, it's Martin's Engine Services. Well, it's Wednesday, so it's time for the annual What's Happening in the Workshop on a Wednesday. Well, today's mission is going to be continuing working on the countax mower. Excuse me. The project has taken a slightly different twist now, in so much as on Monday I managed to purchase the sweeper assembly, the powered sweeper assembly, and grass collector box, which is made by countax and fits straight onto this machine. Well, it nearly fits. I'll tell you about that in a moment. Obviously, I was going to part this machine out or sell it as a whole unit, but the fact is it doesn't owe me very much money. I mean, time I've actually got this up and running to the degree I need, it'll owe me about £60, I suppose. And I thought, well, okay. I saw this unit on Facebook. It was actually down in Ipswich, and I thought that's a little bit of a run from me. But the guy selling it wanted £45 for the collector unit from the sweeper unit, which was complete or is complete, and he threw in the grass collector box because the bottom of it's actually the sheet metal bottom's rotted out, and it's a little bit battered. You know, it is what it is, as they say. But he threw that in for free. So I said, okay, I'll come and get it. And he said, all right, you're coming a little way, sort of hour and a half, this journey from here. And he said, all right, he said, I'm coming your way, sort of, I'll meet you halfway. So this charming gentleman met me halfway, helped me load it on my truck and everything. And I thought, well, fantastic. So I've got all the, say everything's complete here. He's got a bit of combat wounds and bits and pieces. I mean, it's I don't know how many old it is. All the sweeper works. You can get the new little brush blades, they just clip in there. They're only about £1 each or something silly, but they're all complete. It's, you know, these things get a bit battered over the years, but it all works. Height adjuster works. That's all good. I did have to do a slight modification to the linkage, although they're compatible machines. At some point, they've enlarged the size of this welded on tube or welded on collar here, and it didn't quite fit in these slots. So I've just had to slightly grind the slot out. They're sort of tapered so it slides in and sits at the end. Ground those out. There is a locking mechanism goes over here which I've got. I've just got to slightly enlarge the end of those. I did a little bit of welding here and there, and yeah, that weld is holding on there, but it's not pretty. I think I might redo that. So yeah, all the linkage is a. So this machine had never had anything on the back because none of this linkage looked like it had ever been used. I just had to grind a bit out the top there. Which was fine. And then all the power takeoffs is all still here. All that clutch system works fine. So it's never been used. The pulley's still clean in there. It's never had a belt on it. So all that works. So apart from having no mower deck and anything to do with the mowing system, I'll delete. And then the tractor can simply tow that and away we go. It's a little extreme for the amount of leaves I have to pick up, but my leaf vacuum is very good, but it's hard work on the grass. I do suffer with a bit of lower back problems now and again, and that doesn't help me. Now I can jump on this, tow it round, pick the leaves up. You can tip them out in a pile because that device actually tips up, leaf collector. Don't need a bit of work. I mean, the netting's okay. I'm not too fussed about that. I'll put a new bottom in it, straighten the brackets up, and away we go. I'm not going full renovation on any of this. I'm just going to clean the worst of the bits and pieces off, slap a bit of red oxide on it. Same as the tractor. I'll just get it up and running so it functions and see how many tires have gone down over the weekend. Oh, only 3 have gone down. Hey, we're winning. We're 25% up on tyres. I get tubes for these. I mean, they're pretty rotten, but for what I'm going to use it for, it'll be fine. It'll be fine. I'll just make it work. So I thought altogether I'll have an up and running leaf sweeper for probably about £120, I think is about all it's going to owe me. I've just got to buy a drive belt, which is only about £6-7. I do need to get a fuel tank for this, which I can pick up for about 15. I've got to start a solenoid. I might even go mad and fit a fuel pump to it. It doesn't seem to need one, but they're all of about £7. And then it's up and running. I've got to sort out the leak on the gearbox. I'm going to stick a seal in there something and just modify that plate on the back I made. So as the transmission seems to work fine, But what I'm going to use it for, that'll be it. So I thought it was quite a good result actually, seeing all that lot, and I thought, aha, that's going to help me out a lot, because the old willow tree is not far short of starting to drop a few leaves now with this early autumn. You see a beautiful sunny day here. Doesn't really show up actually, but there's a lot of leaves down there already. So it's a beautiful day. Was a little nip in the air early today, but it's doesn't seem too bad now. But I think the rain starts at some point today, then that's sort of it. So got a lot of outdoor jobs done. I've been painting sheds and doing bits and pieces like that. Poor little Fiesta's just about cooled down from a 220 odd mile round trip down to Hertfordshire and whatnot. So had a lot of fun driving it around yesterday. Had a great day out, made a change. I was absolutely worn out when I got back last night, and this morning I'm feeling pretty knackered, so I think it'd be a nice day of lots of tea and tinkering in the workshop with the tractor. I'm pleased to report the old Rover that I did the welding on the other day, that I'd had enough of welding on, actually passed the MOT yesterday with no advisories. So 21-year-old car, I did the welding we thought necessary and cleaned a few bits up. We didn't do anything to it mechanically, and straight through, no advices, no problem at all. So that's really good news. It's always nice when that happens. I'm pleased about that. Otherwise, there's not an awful lot happening this week. I've got a couple of little things to deal with tomorrow. I can't remember, lost the days now. Yeah, a little job to do tomorrow. I think there's something to do Friday, and a few bits to organise for next week. So it's I have a couple of days of sort of fiddling around on my own pace, I think. I had the inevitable amount of people bugging me on the Sunday and the Monday and saying, oh, you're not working Monday, or you're not here Sunday. No, I'm having a day off. And a couple of people were mystified by the fact I had a day out yesterday. Like, oh, you're going out? How uncivilised. No, how could you go out and leave us? Well, sorry, at some point I've got to have a day off. So, a nice day out, saying, and I'm a bit of time in the workshop today, playing with tractors, rusty bits of metal and whatnot. I did actually, on Monday, have a bit of time, and I fixed the roller here. The bearings in the end had seized absolutely solid, and I had a little bit of violence to get them out. There's a long shaft runs all the way through the assembly, but it's actually in very good condition considering it spent its life on grass. And they were only standard bearings. I had a couple in stock, and I rethreaded the shaft, put new bolts in. So it's all pretty straightforward. There's the handle linkage locking, whatever you want to call, lock assembly that drops down and latches onto the machine to stop the grass collector falling off. I've just got to modify these slots a little bit here. That's all right. I've got a few more bits, but all the main components are in good order. I'll just stick a bit of red oxide to say on some of the rustier bits. Give a little clean up. I'm not going mad on either of them, so altogether not in bad shape. So that'll be quite an interesting project, and it will certainly save me a lot of hard work, and I totally agree with that. So apart from that, there's not an awful lot happening. So yes, I will get on and do the Lister G1, paint the engine cover and a couple of bits, but I want to get this sort of operational the next few weeks, because I think we're going to get a lot of leaves very soon. In fact, where I was yesterday in Hertfordshire area, the trees around where my friend lives, so many of them have dropped the leaves already. What a lovely sunshine. I've dropped the leaves already, and some of them are looking quite sparse, and I was quite amazed at how fast it's happening. So I better get on with that job. So I'll leave you with another view of yet another project that's arrived in Martin's workshop. Remember a day when you can actually see the wall over there? But it keeps me happy, and it'll certainly be an asset to me anyhow. So I hope you enjoyed this little video about what's happening on a Wednesday, and me rambling on about tractors and various things that aren't of any great interest, but hey ho, that's what I'm up to. So please like and subscribe. So all the numbers went up again over the weekend, and it's really encouraging. So I'll leave you with that, and thanks for watching. Bye for now.